up, guys? Hopefully you guys are coming down from the A strat video from the recent legacy videos that I will be posting, but today is a breakdown on the B split and legacy. So again, I know this is gonna sound very rushed, very unprofessional. I'm very sick, but let's keep on going. Hopefully this helps out my team very much on the T side with legacy around with the default and the A strat that I'm going to be posting. So let's get right into it. A lot of the strats right here are very timely, rely on a lot on communication and just full on execution. So be sure to have a good defender, a good entry fragger that's very confident and willing to die for the team. So let's get straight into it. So sometimes most of the time I like to have 3 people go in glass and 2 people go in mid alley, but a few times that I've used this strat, a lot of people in double doors at museum kind of peek, and if the strat is delayed, they kind of get flanked in mid alley, so you could actually use a 3rd player in mid alley or kind of double doors to kind of keep the players in CT in check. But starting off with the whole strat is that smoke right there, this beautiful smoke that I created and somehow seemed to fail, but my student right here, Next, has mastered it. And here's a strat that's very important for the players in mid alley coming in to clear out stack shoot 3 and 4, which is going to be the goal. The players in mid alley are going to wrap around clearing out stack shoot 3 and 4 and possibly 1, while the players in glass flush out and clear out stack shoot 1 and 2. So let's talk about how we clear out, how we flush out or clear out stack shoot 1 and 2, so those angles become obsolete. Now, this is an angle that I like to use, but just as a disclaimer, in a previous patch they actually minimized the radius of the nade, so I believe throwing a flash is the best possible thing you could do. Maybe I've been throwing it wrong, but the nade seems to hit at most 20 damage, when at the last time we used to do it, it was about 40 damage, 50 damage, and with a double nade, that's absolutely brutal. But be sure to, when you guys are all done with your nades, have the players in mid alley kind of just hold, and then when you guys are actually entering the bomb site, execute all together and clear out all the statues all together. Now here we're going to be talking about clearing out statue 1. Now with the same flash over the top, you could actually have that ability to peek statue 1. You could also kind of nade or pre-fire that, so the counter terrorists kind of move away. And in this angle right here, you could aim very high and you're always going to get the player down to about 60 HP, and if you hit them with a double nade, they're going to be very weak, possibly dead. And if you hit them with the flash, they're going to be flashed for a long time, enough time for your team to huddle up and send an entry fragger out there along with a 2nd fragger to go and kill the players. And that's something that I'm going to be talking about as well, huddling up and continuing the strat as a team, synchronized, so you guys aren't peeking one by one. So the most important thing when entering any bomb site is to execute with communication. Now I would tell my players to huddle up, and huddle up just means get as close to the entry point as possible, so when the flash gets thrown, as you'll see right here, I'm already facing the flash. Now luckily I get lucky and the flash doesn't flash me, but you get the idea. You want to have a peek as soon as the flash pops, so the counter terrorists are either looking away or they're flashed, and you gain more map control, you gain more space, and you possibly get a kill, which helps out the players coming from mid alley tremendously, and it continues the push into the B bomb site tremendously. So now we're going to be talking about the mid alley players, and the mid alley players, it's kind of kind of a easy thing to explain. You want to flash in to gain control, and typically you want to aim mid-right, just because that is the most common angle that people peek. But be sure for the player right behind you to aim mid-left. Now, when take my point of view as a indication of how to entry frag the bomb site when you're doing this strat, you want your entry fragger to be aiming at stack shoot 3 and solely stack shoot 3 while your buddy is there for the refrag. And you want to make sure that you open up the bomb site, or you want to clear out the whole bomb site by clearing out stack shoot 3 and 4, then 2, and then 1, pinching those players that are stack shoot 2 and 1 with the players that are coming in from glass if they are not already killed from the nade or their own push. Having mid call about maybe someone peeking out, maybe you run into a B stack and now you want to rotate A, that's perfectly fine. But just be aware that when you do these kind of strats, there's going to be nades, so kind of force out the nades first and then fight them on the duels with the guns. It's a way better option than to just try to force the fight into the B-bomb site. Coming down to the end of this video, again, hopefully this helps out my teammates and it helps out all of you. There definitely will be more strats. I apologize, I'm in summer school, just trying to get everything sorted out to pass the classes that I'm paying for. But all in general, hope you guys find the analysis to be good, and make sure that you guys all, in timely order, communicate, alright, push. Don't be pushing one by one while the mid-alley players are still haven't gained control of mid-alley. Work as a team, communicate, and if the strat doesn't work, you could always push back and think about a new setup. So this has been Kweme, and hopefully you like this video. Like, sub, or comment. Thank you all.